I am ready. I did want to say, I know I have missing nails, but those are Red Aspen's fault. If you didn't watch my review video on those a long time ago, my review still holds true today. I tried to wear them again and I've given up. I have 3 nails that finally popped off and I was like, you know what, I'm tired of re-gluing them. And before anyone who sells Red Aspen leaves me a comment, yes, I put them on to the T with how they say to put them on. I file my nail even though I don't like to. I did all that this time and they still didn't last 2 days. Anyway, moving on. But today's video is not about that. We are going to be doing a will I buy it with a twist. So I know I feel like in every video I always say, or I always ended off saying like, I couldn't get to all of the ones that I wanted to. And slowly but surely I have accumulated this very long list on my saved folder on Instagram where I keep all of the products that I want to talk about. I counted it this morning as over 100. So I was like, you know what? I was going through and I was like, should I just delete all these and start afresh and just keep up with the new? Because no one really wants to hear old releases. But I was going through and a lot of them I still find interesting and I kind of want to share it with you guys. And I want to do a rapid fire type of will I buy it video. Let me know what you guys think about this. We'll see how it goes. It could be a little rough. It could be a total fail, but we'll try it for this video. But I want to give myself 20 minutes to try and get through all of the products that I have saved in my, will I buy it folder on Instagram. And as I said, that's over 100. Calculated, I think that's like about giving 10 seconds, maybe 12 seconds per product. It should be interesting, but I want to challenge myself and see if I can beat the clock and get through the entire list going rapid fire and talking about indie makeup. Now, I will still be editing my videos whenever I mess up, so the whole video will probably be a little bit shorter than that, or at least the part that I'm timing will be a little shorter than that, but I will have the timer on my phone and it'll go off whenever 20 minutes is up. But let's go ahead and do my Instagram shout out before I dive right into the video. Today is going to go to Things by the Burke, who is a fellow YouTuber. She commented on my most recent post, so I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for leaving me such a sweet comment, and you are my Instagram shout out for today. And per usual, if you want a chance to be shouted out at the beginning of my videos, all you have to be doing is following me on Instagram. I'm LadyKatie92 and interact with my posts as they go up, and I randomly select someone when I sit down to film. So now, I'm really scared, but let's jump right into it. Alright, so I am hitting the timer. 20 minutes is going. We're going to start from the top, work our way down. M Cosmetics is coming out with a mascara, but the thing that caught my attention the most with this is that it is a tubing mascara, which I've been so intrigued to try tubing mascaras. So I am very tempted by this, but I haven't decided if I am going to get it yet. I'm very tempted by M Cosmetics in general, so I think I may try this at some point, but I'll wait until I can make a big purchase and try M Cosmetics in general. So yeah, this is something that's caught my eye. I don't think I'll buy it yet, but I do want to buy it sometime soon. Next up is Maria Agape Love Girl. She came out with a collab with Beauty Junkies. Beauty Junkies, I always hear her talking about their brushes, and so she came out with a 5-piece set, 3 eye brushes, 2 face brushes. I want to say they're $25. You can use her code, which is right there on the screen, to get some money off. But yeah, I think this is so awesome. Oh, no, 6, sorry, there's a sponge in there as well. I did not see that. But yeah, I'm so very happy for Maria. Congratulations, and I definitely plan to pick it up. I actually have Beauty Junkie brushes. They just sent me some to try out, so I'm gonna also place this order sometime soon. I just haven't been getting around to it, but I do want to purchase it and support it. And it's also not a bad price, $25 or less than if you use the code for 6 tools, and I always hear great things about Beauty Junkies. Next up, we have Luxie Beauty. Oh my goodness, I'm not getting these just because I really don't need to be buying more single eyeshadows. I have a lot, but I cannot deny that these are absolutely gorgeous. They're all so beautiful. I really want them, but I'm trying to hold back. I'm just trying to stay away from buying too many singles right now because I feel like I've been going crazy. Next up is Odin's Eye. They finally teased, or not finally teased, they finally showed what they are going to be launching, and it is a lot of products actually. A big palette, a face highlighter palette, and then 3 smaller palettes. Now the face highlight, I'm not super interested just because I don't know, highlighter palettes don't really intrigue me, but all the face palettes or all the eyeshadow palettes really do. However, because I feel like so many of my friends here on YouTube are on their PR list and they got it, I feel like it wouldn't be worth it, like money-wise, for me to purchase any of these and then, well, by the time it finally gets in to review them, just because I feel like most people are already getting their videos up. And then on top of that, there are so many other brands that I am currently purchasing, so I've been spending a lot of money recently, so I'm trying to slow it down. And then, when I really look at it, I feel like this green row intrigues me the most. There's 2 pressed glitters, which I'm not crazy about. Okay, I just got a call. This is not in the plans. Let me turn on my screen record again. But yeah, I'm going to pass on this for now because I feel like it's well covered on YouTube. I'd rather focus my efforts somewhere else. I guess is what I'm saying. But anyway, moving on, spending too long. Beauty Bar Baby. They came out with 6 chameleon shadows and an empty magnetic palette. I think it's really cool. I'm trying to cool my jets, like I just said, with the single shadows, so I don't plan to pick any up. But I love getting magnetic palettes, like having a bunch of a variety of them. I don't think I have any duplicates in my collection because I like them to all be different, so I remember what I put in them depending on the design of the magnetic palette. So I like that. I like that it says Hello Beautiful, and the chameleon shadows look pretty. Moving on, I did want to touch on Good Molecules. They came out with a Rose Water Daily Cleansing Gel. I really like Good Molecules, so I'm excited to see them coming out with something else. I really think it's awesome that they're starting to put on their ingredient list the percentage of what is in there. I think that's absolutely fantastic for me as like a consumer to be able to figure out, and I wish all brands would do this because that'd make it a lot easier to just be able to understand the strengths instead of having to sit there and guess. So I think this is really cool. I would totally use this. I don't know. I am on their PR. I don't know if they're sending it to me, but if they don't, I think I'll definitely pick it up whenever I finish my current daily cleanser. Next up is KKW. Not interested. Next up is C Color Cosmetics, I think is the brand. They came out, or they released their Jungle Fever palette. This is actually a really fun looking palette. I was looking at it. It's got a nice variety of mattes, nice colorful mattes. The shimmers are also colorful and fun. I wish they had more of a colorful deep tone, because I guess the brown is really, I mean, they got the Anaconda. Overall though, this palette looks really pretty. I'm going to pass on it right now, but I hear good things about C Color. They're on my radar. I've been hearing other people review them and mention them on YouTube, and I'm very intrigued, so I figured I would share it on here. But it is now currently live if you're at all interested, and they're very affordable from what I remember. Peachy Queen Cosmetics, or Peachy Queen, I don't know if it's Peachy Queen or Peachy Queen Cosmetics, but she has been launching a couple things. I'd love to get your feedback. Have you ever tried anything from them? Any experience with the brand? I would love to hear, because I'm definitely very intrigued by her palette. She comes out with a lot of palettes. I feel like I'm always seeing a new release, a new palette from her, and this one specifically, it looks so pretty. I really like the colorful, like these two or these three, the yellow, orange, and green, so pretty, immediately catches my eye, and it just looks so bright and fun. I will say that the shimmers don't really add much to it. Like if I were to get this palette, it would be just mainly for the mattes, because the shimmers are all very, at least they look from the palette, very subdued and deep, which aren't my preference. I like my, you know, shimmer shades to be very bright and reflective. But overall, like the mattes definitely attract me, and overall as a brand, I'm very intrigued. Like I haven't really heard too much about them, so I'd love to hear if you have any experience and any interest in seeing me review it on my channel. Also, I wanted to touch on You Are a Sunshine palette. This is really cute, like a fun pastel if you're into pastels. And I want to say her palettes aren't too expensive either. I forget the price, like around the 20s, which aren't bad. Again, I feel like I would get this palette for the mattes, because when I look at the shimmers, they don't excite me too much. I guess that gray, which is a green, the names in this are a little weird, but the green is pretty. It looks promising, but overall, it's a nice pastel palette. I've done a lot with pastels recently, so I'm going to pass, but there is that. Let's keep on moving. Oh, Ditto Cosmetics. I really want to try this brand. I'm so very intrigued. These are their Aphrodite, what are these called? Hair, oh, I can't see all of them. Anyway, 3 palettes that they launched recently. I'm very, very intrigued with the Aphrodite, which is this shade right, or this palette right here. Look at those greens and yellows and the grungy browns and that orange. Ooh, I'm just so very attracted. I haven't heard a ton from this brand. I want to say Maria Agape Love Girl has reviewed them and has said, I feel like overall positive things. I can't remember, but I do remember her trying some of their products or some of their palettes, and this color story definitely very intrigues me, or really intrigues me. I'm talking weird, but anyway, I'm very attracted to it. I'm not going to get it for now, but it intrigues me. Moving along, what is this? Morphe High End. The color story doesn't attract me at all, but one thing I will say is I thought in his last release, which was the purple palette, when people were complaining that there wasn't enough color in this purple palette, that he was like, oh, you guys just wait, my next palette is going to blow you out of the water because there's going to be so much color. And isn't this the next palette? That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, you have an all matte palette that's huge, and then a small palette with shimmers. Neither one attracts me. So moving along, Rue Cosmetics. I was just talking with a subscriber about this palette. It looks really pretty. It reminds me of a bigger version of the Neon Drip, especially like this corner here. I'm very intrigued. It looks like there are 2 glitters in it, but overall, like, I'm very attracted to this palette. The greens look so pretty, so bright. Splash looks fun, and even the reds and purples look very intense. Like that Enthralled looked like it would pack a punch. I hope. I really want to find a neon purple that actually stays like purplish and doesn't get pinkish. But yeah, I'm very attracted to this palette. I really am like tempted to buy it, but I do have the neon drip, so I don't really need it. So I'm trying to talk myself out of it, but let me know if you'd like to see me review this on my channel, because if that might help me decide, because I kind of really want to try this palette. This is from M Cosmetics. I just wanted to announce and make sure you guys know their site is now open. You can order, and these are all the new colors. And yeah, you don't even have to ask me. I'm like very much tempted to pick up Sunflower and Camo, but I am holding myself back. But if you're wanting to try them, you can now order from them because they were closed for a good while. Moving on, we have Clarity Cosmetics, the Berry Royals palette. I've heard this is Clarity. There's Clarity and Clarity. I've heard okay things about Clarity, so I'm not going to be getting this, but if you like berries, maybe check it out. Amy Loves Makeup did a video on their most recent, I think it was a blue palette, so check that out first, but for me, it's a pass. Moving on, Girl Meets Makeup. This is a brand that has been intriguing me. It's an all nude palette, so I don't plan to get this, but they have other palettes that are very intriguing, more colorful, and as a whole, just Girl Meets Makeup. The brand really intrigues me, and I'm keeping my eye on it to see what they come out with next. Moving right along, we have MFMG Cosmetics. This palette is really pretty. I think the artwork for the outside of the packaging is absolutely gorgeous, and then the colors inside are like a fun, deep, grungy neutral palette. That's at least the vibe I'm getting. This caught my attention. I don't plan to get it, but I figured I would shout it out because the brand has caught my attention, and I'm just curious if you guys have tried it yet. Let me know that down below. I just saw this morning, and I had such a laugh I had to include it here. This is from the Beat House Cosmetics. It's a 2020 palette, and I wouldn't get it for the packaging. It's very bulky packaging, but do you guys see the names? They're called Wildfire, Karen, Schools Out, and Social. That's the top row. Then there's Murder Hordens, Distance, Quarantina, Wildfires. There's also, oh wait, Wildfires twice? Maybe they just repeated that because I don't think there's two of those in the palette. Anyway, Kobe, there's TikTok, Savage, Tyga King, hashtag BLM, Dorona, Mamba, Sita, and WTF. It made me laugh so much. I don't plan to get it. I think the packaging is cute, the concept is cute, and I had such a laugh with the names. Okay, next up is Kylie Cosmetics. It's so much like glitter, and when you actually look at like beyond and look past all the shimmers, the mattes are just so boring. Like the only interesting matte is that pink and blue, and that's it. So easy pass for me. Kylie has yet to release a collection that actually intrigues me, and honestly, I don't want that in my collection. Like, I don't know. I personally don't like the packaging. So moving on. Oh yes, Menagerie Cosmetics is releasing a blush palette. I don't plan to get this right when it launches, but I definitely want to purchase it at some point to have in my collection because obviously the artwork is stunning, but a blush palette is not me. But I'm, at this point, I feel like just a collector of Menagerie Cosmetics, so like I said, I will be getting it at some point. I just might not get it. Okay, Color Story, I just discovered this brand. They have this Wander palette, but then they also have this, I forget, it's a Tropic Girl palette. Look at this Color Story. I am so attracted. I'm trying to talk myself out of it, and I'm trying to keep short because I'm so close on my time. But anyway, I want this palette. It's only $10. I'm very tempted, but right now I'm swamped on palettes, so I'm talking myself out of it for now. But the Color Story, especially these shades, have my attention. Okay, let's see what else. LA Girls coming out with 2 palettes. I like the idea. I like the packaging and the concept for LA Girls palettes, but the insides have yet to really grab me, so I'm not picking anything up yet. ColourPop just launched a new palette. I'm kind of tempted just because this is an all matte palette that has some really pretty mustard tones, but I feel like I just don't get along that well with ColourPop's formula, especially their mattes. They're just so soft and subdued. So I'm going to pass for now, but yeah, you guys don't have to ask me. That palette definitely caught my attention for the mustards. Okay, Too Faced is coming out with their pumpkin palette. This is really pretty. I almost was intrigued. I almost thought about getting it, but I'm going to pass on it because it's colorful, but it's a very soft colorful, and I'm just not into it. I like pumpkins, and that's literally the only reason I was interested in getting it, so I don't plan to get it, but I'll definitely be watching everyone else's reviews. This is a brand from Kimchi Cheek Beauty. Sorry, and tripped over that. But anyway, I came across this brand, and can we look at this palette? Like, this looks so pretty. I was very much captivated, and I think there are swatches. Where was it? Nope. There it is. This looks really pretty. I like the yellow and the green. I was very much captivated by that. I haven't really heard anyone talking about it, so I figured I would mention it here. I don't plan to get it right now just because I'm getting a lot of other things, but when we're talking about yellow-green palettes, it definitely captured my attention. Moving on, Alamar Cosmetics is finally releasing something new. I guess not finally. She's released something, you know, in the past. I just wasn't interested in it. But this I'm actually interested in. It's new brushes and a palette that doesn't really interest me. But the thing that does interest me are the eyeshadow bases. And I'm really curious to learn more. I haven't seen what colors she's coming out with. But these eyeshadow bases, I've got my eye on. Natasha Denona is releasing liquid multi-chromes, and I'm so curious to see what Bad to the Brow has to say about these. I cannot wait to see her video on it. I don't plan to get any because I just haven't been really into the liquid, liquid eyeshadows recently, so I'm going to set this one out and just watch everyone else's. But I figured I would mention it here because that's very exciting when it comes to multi-chromes, and I know a lot of my friends are excited, but for me, I'm going to just sit this one out. Unique, or I think it's Unique, Unique Beauty. I know I butchered that, but anyway, they had these little mini palettes that I thought were so cute. I wish they had more mattes, maybe half and half. Okay, so Olivia came in to talk to me, and I had to pause the timer. And I'm looking at the timer now, have less than 5 minutes. So we're gonna get back to it, but I had to pause it because I was talking to my daughter. Oh dear, let's keep going and see what I can push out. But anyway, these palettes intrigue me. I just wish there was more mattes. I think that's the biggest reason why it's like, it's pretty, but I'm not going to get it. P. Louise is coming out with this palette. Oh my goodness. I want this palette. This will be my first P. Louise purchase, and I might even pick up some of her eyeshadow bases. But yeah, I forget what the packaging looks like, but I don't even care. I hear it's bulky and annoying, but I don't care. I want it for the colors because especially this row, so pretty. Okay. Got interrupted again. She had a couple more questions. Let's keep going. This is Faces by Kareem, or Face by Kareem is collaborating with, what's the brand? Hip Dot. Oh my goodness, it's right in front of my eyes. Hip Dot. This is a palette. I like these two rows right here. Not that first row, but the other two. I feel like if that was a 6-pan palette, that would really intrigue me. But as a whole, it's just, I don't know, it's a cute palette. Not saying it's bad. I don't know if it has any glitters. That one looks like a glitter, but overall it's a neat palette. I am definitely attracted to it as like a nice neutral palette for me, but as a whole I think I'm going to pass on it. I think it's cute that they included the face mask in the collection and then also the brush and the sponge. Overall I think it's a neat collection, but I am not going to be picking it up. And I just realized I did not hit resume. I am so sorry. Moving on. Next we have DD Signature. Oh yeah, this is DD Signature, a brand I just discovered, but she is releasing a palette in collaboration with Danielle Nicole, and it is a kiwi theme palette. How cute is this? Like, look at these colors. So cute. Now, this palette as a whole is leaning a lot more on the like blue-green, but overall I think it's a cute palette. I love the poppy yellow. I like that there's a black, and I'm tempted to buy this. I will say I wish that the outside packaging actually looked like a kiwi instead of just the inside. If it did, I think I might have bought it because it's just so cute. But as it is, it's big and bulky, and the outside packaging doesn't look like how I want it. So for now, I'm passing on it. But I definitely am attracted to this brand now that I know about them, and I'll be looking at their future releases. This is from Rebel Rouge Labs. They are launching this palette, and I'm so tempted, but there's not enough information on this palette yet. Like, I don't know what the packaging looks like, which is big on me. But when we're talking about the colors, this is a pretty palette, and zoinks, it makes me think of Scooby-Doo, but I'm not going to be picking up because, like I said, there's not enough information, or I don't plan to pick it up yet. Maybe if I get more information, if I know what the outside packaging looks like, then I will. Like, I think this might be what it looks like, but I'm not sure, and I'm not totally into the artwork, so I will see, but the color story I think is really, really pretty. Okay, next up, Shine by D Cosmetics. This is a green palette. It's all like shimmery metallic, so I don't plan to get it, but I thought it was neat. I've been hearing a lot of great things about Shine by SD, and I figured I would shout it out here. It's a pass for me, but very pretty. Copacita Cosmetics, this is also a pass, but this is one of the most interesting quads that she's put out. I was very attracted to it. That green, that duochrome, that deep color, or that deep blue green there, and the black. I feel like that's a really solid quad that I was very tempted in, but I'm not going to pick it up. I figured I would shout it out here. Oh, also, Makeup Maniacs is releasing Colorbind. It's the adhesive liquid liner, except they have colors. So I forget how many colors they have. I'm very tempted. However, I just bought 5 black liquid liners, so I'm trying to cool my jets here. But I figured I would shout it out here. I think it's very interesting, and I might pick it up. But I don't tend to do colored liner and wear lashes often, so I couldn't justify the purchase yet. I feel like I always go for black liquid liner, but I'm very tempted. I might pick that up. ColourPop Cosmetics, of course, launched something else. This is Candyland. I am totally not into that color story because not only is it pastel, but it looks like very, very light pastels. Not into that. Glamlight launched this foodie box. I was really tempted in, mainly for that palette there, but they also had like lashes and lip products and a highlighter. I passed on it for now, but I want to try Glamlit again. I want to try it. I've only tried the burger, didn't have a great experience. I want to try them. Fenty has a number 9 and a number 10. I passed on the number 9 palette because I'm not interested in it, but the 10 palette I did get. A video is coming soon. Let's see what else. Addison Rae, I think is a TikToker, launching a brand. Not interested in it. Oh yeah, that's a booty box. That was a duplicate. Moving on, Anastasia is launching, what was this? Lip stains. I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't like lip stains. They never work for me because I have drier lips, so they get into all the cracks and crevices, and I don't like that, so I am passing. They also have setting powder and a brow pen. Don't really need either. The setting powder maybe, but I have enough. Don't like brow pens. Moving on. Oh, that's a repeat as well. Morphe is launching this palette, and I didn't even realize not only is it full of glitters, which I'm not interested in, but the bottom row is water activated eyeshadow, which is weird. Is it just like a liner? I don't know. That's weird. I'm not getting that, but I figured I would shout it out. Ace Beauté, this palette, Ace Beauté's color stories always tempt me, but I haven't been crazy about the formula. I've tried 2 palettes, don't really like them, so I'm passing, but I love how vibrant their eyeshadows always look like in the pan. Sigma is launching this Untamed collection. I'm very tempted for like a neutral grungy palette. It's so beautiful. I'm not going to get it right now, but I'm very, very tempted. Very tempted. Trying to hold strong because it's definitely my vibe when we're talking about grungy neutrals. Dominique Cosmetics also launched liquid duochromes. I saw Bad to the Brow show them, and they're very like liquidy and very thin, which not my preference, so I don't plan to get them. Again, I'm not really getting the liquids right now, but I figured I would shout it out. Juvia's Place also launched 3 new 6-pan palettes, the mauves, the taupes, the pinks. There's my timer! My phone's very low. Thank you, phone. But that's my timer. Let me finish this up and we'll see how far off I was. But anyway, I'm not going to get any of them. But Juvia's Place, please can you put out some greens and yellows? Mustards? Like, there's lots of color stories I can think of for 6-pan palettes. I'm a little upset that they went with the pinks and the mauves because they just did the violets and the berries, which are very close to those. So it's like, come on, can we like do other monochromatic? Orange, yellow, green? Come on. So we'll see. Hopefully they'll do it soon, but I'm not interested in any of those. Let's see how bad I did. Where is... Oh my goodness, I did so bad. Okay, so I did about less than half. I talk way too much. What was I thinking that I could get this done? You guys see all of the products that I did not do. So this is, I can't really point here, but this is where the mauves is. And these are all the products that I didn't hit. So talk about an epic fail of a quick fire, will I buy it? How many of you knew I was going to fail when we started this video? I didn't. I thought I had a chance. Okay, as I said, how many of you guessed that I was going to fail when we started this video? Because I really thought I was going to do it, or at least get super close. I didn't realize I was only going to get through half of my list. I mean, it was still a lot, not going to lie, but I really thought I would be able to do it. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's Will I Buy It. Let me know what you guys think. As I said, if you guys hate this style of rapid fire Will I Buy It, totally feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll never do this again. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up on your way out as it helps me in the whole YouTube algorithm. And yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm LadyKatie92 over there. I upload about every day. And with all that said, I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.